Happening today, the Cherokee Nation Principal Chief, Deputy Chief, and 8 members of the Cherokee Nation Council took their official oath of office. It happened during an inauguration ceremony this morning. 2 News Oklahoma's Amanda Slee traveled to Tahlequah for the swearing-in.
Inside the Chota Conference Center, people packed the room for the inauguration of Chief Chuck Hoskin Jr. This is his second 4-year term. The ceremony consisted of cheers, applause, and people dressed in tribal regalia. Chief Chuck Hoskin Jr. along with Deputy Chief Brian Warner took their oath of office, both agreeing to serve Cherokee Nation another 4-year term. Ahead of the swearing-in, I got a chance to speak with Chief Hoskin Jr., who says this is an exciting day and he feels good coming out of the election.
And I feel like the Deputy Chief and I, Brian Warner, what we've worked on the last 4 years with the council has been validated, and today we start anew.
His vision for the next 4 years involves continually working on health care, the $400 million hospital being constructed, a new health clinic, drug treatment centers, and protecting Cherokee sovereignty. He says there are threats to their sovereignty. Some of that, he says, comes with the contentious nature between the governor, Kevin Stitt, and the tribes.
I think the governor still is on a steep learning curve in terms of tribal sovereignty. We're working around him. We'll work with him if we can, but we're not going to wait around on someone who's demonstrated hostility towards the rights of Indian nations.
Chief Hoskin Jr. says he's tried to demonstrate that cooperation is better than conflict. The chief tells me what he feels it will take for the governor to work with the tribes is for leaders who Stitt respects to remind him that Oklahoma was built upon a foundation laid by tribal nations. The tribe's right to exist is what Chief says the Hooper versus the City of Tulsa case is all about. He says he believes the law is on their side, but he would rather this be handled differently.
If we have some difficulties with law enforcement, let's work those out. Let's not go into the Supreme Court and ask the Supreme Court to take a hatchet to sovereignty that's been so hard fought over the centuries. There's ways to work things out. I mean, we have cross-deputization agreements with every law enforcement agency within the reservation. We have over 25 revenue sharing agreements on things like traffic tickets. We can work this out.
In the end, he hopes during his next term, leaders in the state will be able to sit down and talk about ways they can be constructive together outside of the courts and get on board with tribal sovereignty. In Tahlequah, Amanda Slee, 2 News Oklahoma.